Life isn't fair. Some people will get hit harder by life and still win. Believe it or not, the difference doesn't come down to talent, luck, or motivation. It's all in your mind, and it's trainable. If your mind doesn't break, you'll be unstoppable. This isn't about winning every battle, far from it. Successful people lose a great deal. It's about never mentally checking out on yourself or your goals. People lose when they decide it's over and they have nothing left to try or give. The moment you quit in your head, reality follows. Upwards of 50% of people have an internal dialogue. A weak internal dialogue displays reactive self-talk. Something like, this circumstance is happening to me. A strong internal dialogue, on the other hand, displays more intentional self-talk. Something more like, this situation is training me to be better. It's the difference between saying to yourself, I can't do that, versus, I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it every day. Here's a suggestion for you. Replace emotion-based language with process-based language. What does that mean? Take emotions out of the equation when thinking about a problem. If you start doubting your abilities in a situation, you've already lost. What helps you is to get absorbed in the processes that will help you succeed. Here's an example. Being we're not too far removed from New Year's Day at the time of this recording, let's say I want to lose 20 pounds by June. This is an extremely good but extremely difficult goal for many people. Your first objective should be to see what your goal is and if it's a reasonable goal. If your goal was to lose 20 pounds in 3 weeks, it could technically be done, but at a great risk of health as well as a great risk of failure. Losing 1 to 2 pounds a week is very reasonable and much healthier. Knowing this, 20 pounds could easily happen in half the time of the initial 6 months in this scenario with dedication. Instead of thinking about how hard it will be, thinking about what you can do this week, this day, this hour will be much more beneficial. Perhaps you need to research your body type, your current eating habits, assess your current activity levels with honesty, and putting the picture all together with a solid game plan. Your brain believes what you repeatedly prove. Many people go around lacking the confidence to take the first step. Others still walk around imagining they're the best at everything they do. Both extremes of confidence are toxic. Finding the healthy balance of confidence to proceed is tricky, and it starts with taking the first few steps into an experience. Have you ever been fearful of a situation and anxiety took hold of you so bad you thought the worst would happen? In the words of a popular meme, but did you die? I'll be willing to bet you made it through the situation, and when you thought back on it, it wasn't horrible. It might have even been the opposite of horrible. You need evidence to back up your thoughts, or else they're merely your brain trying to be a fortune teller. If you want to move forward in anything, you need to have the bravery, the confidence to move forward. When you have that experience, the next time, it becomes easier. Feelings are unreliable. The best leaders are aware of that fact. Elite performers act despite the emotion of apprehension before a performance. The common feeling of having butterflies in your stomach, if you will. Business decisions that are made when tempers are running high always work out to be worse than if the emotion was left at the door and strategy was focused on instead. Discipline is the map that gets you to your destinations. Feelings are the roadside attractions that are meant to distract you along the way. The best of the best don't let emotion, or much of anything, get in the way of their goals. While emotions say stop, systems and discipline say continue. Do the next right thing, even when you don't feel like it. Stress, in and of itself, isn't the enemy. Of course, constant stress is another matter and something to be discussed at another time. When products are created before they hit the market, they are put through a stress test. Will it break under pressure? Will it perform as desired? When the military puts people in basic training, stress tests are the name of the game. Stress makes you move. The brain doesn't like stress because it's uncomfortable. Avoiding stress creates fragility and stagnation. The pressure of stress reveals your true capabilities. Hard times are not punishments. They are a selection process. The mind that survives through stress becomes dangerous. Circumstances will change daily. Your identity should stay fixed. Decide who you are and before life tests you. Your character will determine how strong you are when the stress tests come along. Every time you are tested, some things that will help you build character would be consistency, adaptability, and resilience. Didn't make the amount of money you anticipated in a given period? Be adaptable. Reconfigure what you can do with the money you did make. Didn't lose the weight you set out to lose? Reassess your consistency and determine to do better tomorrow. Didn't win the race that you trained for? Be resilient enough to have grace in defeat as well as focusing on the positives. You went out there. You finished. You can come back and do better the next time. Here is a 3-step daily system that you can implement today. 1 hard thing per day, 1 mental reframe, 1 promise kept. Do 1 hard thing every day. Is running not your strong point? Run to the end of your block. Don't like to eat vegetables? Try 1 portion of vegetables. 1 mental reframe. We hear the word trigger a great deal in society these days. I'm not here to downplay the real trauma that can at times be completely horrific. Those who have that past, I wish nothing but healing and recovery. The triggers I refer to when I talk about a mental reframe are those triggers that aren't based on anything concrete. You approach a problem and anxiety grips you immediately and you freeze in the moment. Your belief about the situation has you trapped, and you'd be surprised if you try to look at the problem from a different perspective or angle, what results can come from that. 1 promise kept. This one should be simple, but many struggle with this one. People pleasers want to be everything to everyone, but you can't be everywhere. What typically ends up happening is you make promises that are impossible to keep and end up disappointing everyone. If you struggle with keeping promises, start with 1, even if it's to yourself. The more you do it, the better you'll get. One of the important side effects of keeping a promise is learning when to say no to someone or something. If you've already made plans, just say no. This compounds fast. No motivation will be required for you to get started. If you miss a day, don't miss again. Reset. Don't spiral. Everybody hits a breaking point, myself included. Strong minds don't attempt to avoid it. They pass through it and keep going. The biggest mistake people do is give up before they have a breakthrough. You don't need to feel strong to stay present. Do the best you can, and if you fail, try again as soon as you can. Life doesn't get easier. You get harder to break. The weight doesn't get lighter. You get stronger. The mindset is built rep by rep, just like the body. If this helped you, share it with someone who's also in the fight. Subscribe if you want real tools, not hype. If your mind stays in the fight, nothing can defeat you. Welcome to reality.